Mr. Oliveira, just so that people can get a perspective on this, that if the two alternative roads are also wiped out because they run parallel to the main road, and that the chain of crater then becomes the alternative route, can you give people an idea of how long it will take someone on the other side, in other words, that has to use the chain of crater to get to the main town of Hilo on the Big Island? How long it would take them every day if they had to get to Hilo to work?
Sure, yes. You know, the change that we are preparing for, as I mentioned, is a life-altering change for the community. Based on the 2010 census, we estimate that depending where the flow would cross the highway and present with isolation, it could be in the neighborhood of over 10,000 residents that would be impacted. These residents currently experience a commute to Hilo from the Pahoa area, approximately 20 miles, and depending on traffic, anywhere from a half an hour to a little longer than that. However, with the inundation or anticipated isolation, that would change from a 20-mile commute to an over 70-mile commute to Hilo, much of which, as you mentioned, going through the Chain of Craters Road, which would be very narrow, two-lane, very slow driving, very limited as far as any infrastructure. There's no restroom facilities, no lighting. Obviously, it is through the natural areas of the national park in which there's very sensitive environments, so lighting and other amenities would be limited. But we're talking about a change from a possible 20 to 30-minute commute to something that could add well over an hour and a half to someone's daily commute to Hilo. When you consider the impact this will have on the community, a large portion of that particular area and community commute as it is for jobs across the island. Many of them commuting currently 2 hours for jobs in the West Hawaii area of our island, which is primarily resort businesses. With the possible isolation, you're going to be extending or adding an additional likely 2 hours to that already 2-hour commute one way. So people would be spending no less than 4 hours on the road commuting to and from work with the potential with this isolation.